All right, Rikers Island, here we go. Nothing to glorify. Your boy right here, as sad as it may be, I got 21 arrests and 17 convictions. And when I think about it, I thought I was the man at Rikers Island. And now that I'm older, I'm like, yo, bro, I was so foolish. I threw my whole entire childhood, everything away, thinking that Rikers Island was really my home. I was taught so wrong. I was like, this is my house. I felt empowered. You feel in charge. It gives you like, I don't know if a sense of entitlement is like the right choice for it, but it just felt right at the moment. But when I think about it today, it's not the first time I was locked up, but the first time I seen somebody get cut, slashed, it was like a horror movie. It was blood splattering everywhere. It was gruesome. And I was like, holy snap, my dude, like, yo. I don't know if it was fear, but I was just like, holy snap. And you know what stood out? When I think about it today, vividly, what stands out in my head, when I knew this thing here, this shit is real. It's popping in here, homie. You better man up real quick. When the CO let the inmate get rid of the razor real quick and just put him in another pen like nothing happened and let him, he was just sweeping away like nothing. I'm like, what? I'm going to tell you the story right now, exactly how it went down. That was just a little like, boom, let's get it. It's on the lock. So we in Rikers Island, bang. I get there. Again, it's not my first time on the island, but it's my first time seeing a dude get cut. You probably heard this story before, because I probably said it before, but a long time ago. This is for my new people, you heard? This is the 2021 take, you heard? Rewind. The remix, we in the building, Rikers Island, boom! Foundation, what it do? Why you mad though? So now, I'm there. My Dominican dude is like, poof, 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 poof. It's popping. So everybody in the pens, picture Rikers Island when everything was quiet in the morning or semi-quiet, right? Dudes going to court, you know what I'm saying? Court's walking out. Supreme 360, Adam, you know what I'm saying? 120, Skimmer, you know, whatever it may be, they calling out the courts. Queens, you know what I'm saying? Dudes is like, Queens. They bugging out a little bit, but it's not super rowdy yet. So it stays quiet for a minute. That moment that it goes quiet, my dude, Lázaro comes out and it's like, and they stomping on the floor and it sounding loud and they banging on the wall, boom, bah, bah, boom, bah, bah. Dudes like, yeah, let's get it. So it gets everybody hyped. So the dude in my pen is like, yo, something to the extent like, yo, shut the fuck up. Like, y'all making noise. Like, I'm trying to rest, sleep, whatever he was trying to do. He did a disrespectful move when he spoke to Lázaro like that, from this pen to the other one. You feel me? So, you know, when you coming into the courts, they on the left-hand side pen. I forgot what borough was that. I know I was on the one over there because I was in the Brooklyn pens. If I'm not mistaken, Lázaro and them was separated because they were like cutters. Like they were nah, these dudes got to be alone. You heard? They dangerous. Facts. You know that pen, right? You ever been in that pen? Probably not, but it's all right if you haven't. So anyway, check it out. They in that pen. Boom. Lázaro starts telling homeboy, oh, word? You gonna learn. You better ask who I am. He's telling the CO, Oliver, and everybody, like, yo, tell this dude. The CO's like, you know what I'm saying? He'll learn. So Lázaro's like, you gonna learn, right? So we in court. That's why they kept them over there, because they were the wild boys. So now we get to court. We in Supreme, Brooklyn Supreme. I hear a broom. The dude that told him shut the fuck up, he's in my pen. You get it? So now son in my pen, but he sleep. And he bald-headed. And he sleep like this, right? So I see lies coming, boom, boom. And he's like, I'm like, all I remember was he was beefing to him before. It's lit. But I'm like, he's sweeping, the pen is closed. The CO opens the pen, bang, so he could sweep the okie doke, you heard? Facts. So back, leave in the comments if you remember them days, the CO will open that pen and set the whole situation up for a brother. Or some COs didn't even know it was gonna pop. You feel me? The dude used the CO for his thing, like, yo, let me sweep through. So as he's sweeping, he looking through pins. He looking for homeboy. He finds him in my cell with my luck. Hello. Boom, homeboy sleeping. I thought he was just gonna start like duffing him or whatever, right? Like I'm not thinking. When I see he rips him, bah, in his head, and he's bored, mind you, he's bored, so you can see it like it opened up, gushing. The dude gets up like, yo, what's up? So Laz was persistent. He was super persistent with it. Like he wasn't stopping. You got up, it's popping, you getting cut some more. Boom, bah, bah, bah. He kept hitting him. Whop, whop, whop. At that time, I didn't even really know too much how to hold a razor or what have you. You feel me? To be real. But I always said this is what traumatized me. And I became Lázaro. I became what I saw. Because I said, oh, this is how you implant fear. This is how dudes know, like, you're going to learn. Like, I'm him. You shouldn't have played with me. So he kept blasting him. Bah, bah, bah. The dude was trying to swing. He grabs his arm and he's ripping off at his arm. Bah, bah, bah. What up? Bah, what up? But the blood is gushing everywhere and it's on me. I'm like, holy snap, son. I'm going down, right? So I'm like, yo, I'm in a horror movie, bro. I'm going to jail. I'm in jail, but I'm going under the jail now. So smoothly, it ends this quick. Boop, pop, closes. The CO's like, what happened? He's like, boom, no, come on. But the CO looks at the dude. He's like, yo, this dude just cut me, bro. Whatever. The CO's acting like, bro, shut up. Takes Last with him. They come, the captain, everybody, because now he's cut. It's an emergency. You making paperwork pop hard. They get mad. But that CO knew what time it was. You feel me? He cut him in front of him, all that. The CO act like, I don't know where the blade at. I don't know what happened. All I know, I came over here. This dude is bleeding. You feel me? But how he got in that cell, it wasn't me. You feel me? But at this point, to be real, homeboy's letting it be known, like, somebody cut me, bro. And it wasn't this dude, bro. You feel me? And how he got in here. Because now you got to, people start thinking like, I got a lawsuit. The CO let him in here. There's a lot going on. You heard? So I don't know whatever happened with that. And I forgot why he told me, because I think I asked him too when I was in the street with him after that. Years later, and I was in Mid-State Correctional Facility upstate with him after that. The thing is that he had changed. Even though he bust his gun and get busy, he was getting older. And he was like, I'm on some Chuck, and I was telling dudes, son is an animal. You heard? And don't ever get it confused. You heard? He's trying to go home. But son is a monster, that Dominican kid. Yeah, bro. But that was the first time that I ever seen someone really get blasted like that, dogs. And I was like, wow. And thinking back at those stories, and everything, I woke up today thinking about that and how ignorant I was, that I would think that I was the man at Rikers. Like, it made you feel like, yo, whoa, what up? Yeah, what up? What's popping? Yeah, like you the man. Like, you just fall into the ignorance, like, hard. And every time that I got arrested, it was like nothing to me. It was like, what you gonna do? Send me to the island? sir, please do so. You know? And I always felt like I waited for dudes to come from the street that I knew or that did something in the street that stood on my mind that I didn't like. Cause now I was like, what's up? What's up? You in my house now, son. What's up? You know, now we're gonna see who's tough because it's a different world. So I always learn never to underestimate nobody or down nobody because they in a bad situation in life right now. Cause that may be the same dude that you gotta answer to if you ever get locked up. And I'll never lie to you. Other people will. This is facts. Because I'm one that those people that dudes talk about that was indulging in the street, ripping and running or dipping and dabbing or getting high or whatever. I was in that lifestyle too. And a lot of times, nothing to glorify or show off about. When you went through, you had to get on my phone and ask me. And that's when I was like, yeah, what's up? So a lot of things change. A lot of dudes respectfully, they tough in the street. When they drunk, when they under the influence, when they get locked up, I seen their whole thing change. And I'm like, yo, ain't you the dude that was wild? Like super wild in the street. And now he's not the same dude on the island at all, period. And you like shocked. But to me, it started becoming no surprise. It was like, that's what they do when they come through, bro. You know what I'm saying? I lived on the island. That's sad as I think about it. And I just found out recently, like the not a super accurate, but about that the lawyer said you got about 21 convictions. He said maybe more, but what I see right here, right now, and 17 convictions. And that's sad. And Rikers Island became my home. Homeboy got cut. And after that, that's how I learned that this is the way you implant fear in people on Rikers Island. And this is a dangerous game. And that you got to watch what you say to people because just 2 words could change your whole life. And it could change your whole look in your face and everything and your way of thinking. So I've always been an advocate that I don't know if Rikers Island closing would change anything. I think that people are still going to be people. New York is New York. But that it's inhumane to live in and dirty and all that. Like, of course. And I know some will be like, but it's jail, right? But I think that the slashings and the cuttings and all that is already installed from generation to generation. That this is what happens in a setting like that. And it's a sad situation as I think about it today. But shout out to them, man. Hopefully they all right. But yeah, that was quite an experience. And I never forgot that. And that day I learned a lot by looking. I learned how you hold the razor. I learned how you cut the right way. I learned that when Duke swing, grab that bar, start ripping at his hand, anything. And that's bad, right? Like, that's like, yo, my dude. Like, bro, I learned I didn't get nothing good out of that. The average person that gets locked up that hasn't been in jail so many times, and that's the first time somebody gets splashed like that in front of you, like numerous of times, you would think that you'd be like, yo, I ain't never going back to jail. I probably lasted days in the street after that. And was right back in like nothing, like boom, ain't nothing. So I stopped having fear. There was no fear of blood. There was no fear of razors. There was no fear of what the next man could do to me. Because I seen it all right in front of me. So much that I became it. And I wasted my life. Don't waste yours. You got a chance. I had plenty of them and blew them all.